Welcome friends, today we are going to learn about making a universal joint. Now this is, you can say, this is a universal joint, and various kind of conventional matings have been used to make up with this universal joint. So I'll be showing you how we can make this universal joint using the universal joint mate. So I'm just putting it down and opening a new assembly. Now I am inserting the basic part which will remain fixed. Clicking on this. Now this is fixed, you can see. Now the next thing is I'm inserting the male yoke and fitting it on its position. Clicking OK, making it concentric. Now clicking on this face and this face, making it coincident. You can see now it can rotate along its axis here. Then I'm inserting the lower part, the female yoke. Clicking OK. Now I have to rotate it to put it on its position. Clicking OK. Now there is a shaft that has to be put up here. I'm inserting that shaft. Clicking on this and clicking on this part, making them concentric. Clicking on here and clicking on here. Clicking OK, you can see. Now the next thing is clicking on this circular face and on this shaft, making them concentric. Now clicking on this face of the shaft and this face. Clicking OK. So now it's going to rotate along its axis. Now temporarily I'm clicking on this face and on this face to make them parallel. Similarly, I'm clicking on this face and this face to make them perpendicular. You can see I'm making them perpendicular. They will be actually perpendicular. Now I am editing this part here, saving it, and I am editing it now. Now you can see this is the front plane, this is the right plane. Right plane is away, so I'm actually taking the not the right plane of the assembly but the right plane of this bracket. Okay, this is the right plane and you can see it is in the middle. So take the right plane and start a new sketch in this right plane. Now pick up a point and you can see, place it here where the axes of these two yokes do meet, and just click OK. Go back. Now because I have made them parallel to this plane, so they are fixed. Now I'm just removing these two last matings, the parallel one and the perpendicular one. Now you can see this is our point that we did. Now the next is I am going for the mating, collapsing the standard mates and expanding the mechanical mates, going for the universal joint. Now clicking for the first yoke on the circular part and for the second yoke on the circular part. I can define the joint point as well, which I just got. So this one is my joint point, because this is not defining properly, so I'm leaving this and clicking OK. Now you can see this is the universal joint mating which is working. This is very simple way to do this. The rest of the things are easy doable, adding the crank and the handle here, that can be done easily. Now this is the first method of doing so. Now let me suppress this one. Editing it and deleting the sketch which is going wrong because these values has changed. So I'm either try to edit it, deleting this. Clicking OK. So I am suppressing this universal joint, and let me show you the another method of doing so, making the temporary axis visible. Now you can see for the time being I am hiding this part so that these two are visible. You can see this is the axis which goes through the holes of the male yoke. So I am picking it up and let me show you some different angle. This is the axis of the yoke 2 and the female yoke. I have selected for that, but I don't want to make them parallel. I am going to make them perpendicular. Clicking OK. And now reshowing the bracket. Let me show you what has happened. Again, this one is working fine, adding the temporary axis. You can see this is again behaving like a universal joint. So this we can do very easily. Now there is yet another method of doing so. I am suppressing this perpendicular mate and I am going to the mate, collapsing the standard mates and expanding the mechanical mates, going for the gear mating, and now clicking on this circular face and this circular face and making the ratio same, and clicking OK. You can see these are working, but you can see the direction of one yoke is opposite to the direction of another yoke, so they are interfering with each other. So what I have to do is to just uncheck the reverse direction, clicking OK. Now you can see this again can work very fine. So this is the way we can make a universal joint mating, either by using universal joint mate or perpendicularing, or by making perpendicular the axis of the holes of the yolks, or the using the gear mate. Now there is only things left are to insert some more parts and mate them. For example, I am using this crankshaft, or you can bring it here. Making it concentric with this one. Clicking OK again. Making these plane faces coincident. Clicking OK. Making this face coincident with this face. Clicking OK. And now inserting the crank arm. Mating it similarly. Clicking on this face and on this face. Now clicking on this cutout and this face. Again inserting the other components. This is the basic thing that we have to use. This is the spider. Clicking for this and making it with this part. Clicking OK. Clicking on this face and this face of the spider. You have to make it lie in between the in the middle of these two faces, this face and this face of this male yolk. So you have to just insert these parts and with that, and just for the time being I'm deleting this part, because the purpose of showing you all has been over. So this is the universal joint mating, the three methods of doing so. It depends upon the situation in which you are. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.